C'est l'amour. Hein? Tu m'as oublié. Okay.
Ah, hey.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Hello, good evening. How are you
Yes,
doing?
ma. I'm fine, ma.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, ma.
So, 7:30.
Good evening, my DJ.
Yeah, good evening. How do you do?
I'm fine, thank you, man. How about you too?
Yeah. Well, I'm on the road. You can see me
Oh, you're on
inside
the
the
road. Oh,
just coming back from the sea school. So just left the jetty.
oh,
So I'm inside the car.
in the car, okay. Well, just be very
Yeah.
careful. Just be very careful if you are in traffic. So
Because
of
yes,
the
of course,
everything.
exactly. It's because we are moving freely now. That's why I even put on the light. So I didn't put it on before, but now we are
just
moving
be careful.
freely.
Anytime you feel
Thank you.
uncomfortable, just switch off.
I will, of course, I will do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, dear.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. All right. Good evening. Good evening. I think we have 21 participants online now. 21 Rotarians online. 22 now. 23. I don't know. Maybe I can appeal to the BT. Let's give 5 minutes grace. So at exactly 7:35, the next 4 minutes we'll get started. We have 27 and now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to make a special appeal to the DG that will just
Okay. We'll just do that. So that will allow me to enter the house too. Because I'm already at my gates. So I can now enter the house.
That's very good. So that you can be settled.
Yeah.
That's very good. So happy to hear that your family.
My DJ, I greet you.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Charles Okonkwo.
Oh, Charlie.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, my Imagine Rotary family.
Good evening, DJ.
Good evening. Good evening. Can I tell you something? In fact, inside the car, I think I can get better connectivity. When I get inside, I'm not even sure that the internet will perform beautifully well. So I'm let me just stay inside the car. Let me just stay there and we'll continue having our fun. It's true.
Once you are in the house, stay inside the car.
Yes, the network is somehow. I don't know. Once I get inside the living room, the network is always somehow. But it has been so beautiful so far. So I can as well just yes, I'm in my compound now. I am in my compound now, yes. In my compound now, yeah.
I think the most beautiful thing is that you're home.
Yes, so
all right. We have an appreciable number of people. In the next 2 minutes, we are going to start. We have 46 Rotarians online now. So let's see what happens between now and the next 2 minutes.
That's a lot.
The time now is 7:32 p.m. So 7:35 p.m. on the dot, we'll get started.
Engine, that's but come on, man.
Elizabeth, could you please share the agenda?
Okay, let me go with you.
So that people can get themselves. So that people
can deal with the audio.
Share the agenda so that people can get themselves acquainted with it. Then you also need to mute everybody. Share the agenda so that people can get themselves acquainted with it.
I'm sharing you now, so I hope you can see it.
Yes,
we can.
Yes, you can
can.
see.
Fellow Rotarians, the agenda for tonight's meeting is currently on the screen, so I need us to take note of that. We'll be taking all the items lined up one or one after. Which is not one.
Shut this door.
So it's 7:35 p.m. and I want to start by saying good evening to all of you for finding out time to be here. Now I'll be inviting our district governor, the Imaginative District Governor, Shilere of 9116.
Mute everybody.
FCAIFF.
Okay.
Mute everybody.
Not the LLL. Okay. No, not the LLL. I'm not saying those.
To officially call this meeting to order. So my DG, you have the floor.
Yes, on the dot of 7:36 p.m., I have the honor of calling this meeting of district governor with imaginative presidents, assistant governors, zonal coordinators to order. Let's take the Rotary grace at the count of 1, 2. Oh, Lord, the giver of all good. We praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days.
All right. We shall be taking the DG's opening remarks. So my DG, you still have the floor.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. The district secretary, Rotary leaders in the house. We are all leaders, either as club president, assistant governors, zonal coordinator. I wish to recognize all of you this evening. And I also want to recognize the chief of staff, especially PAG Shegun Adiwako. I'm glad to be here this evening with you because it is highly necessary at this point to appraise what has happened in the last 2 months. Though I believe it's a little bit late to be doing this now because it's 2 months gone and everyone should have been used to what should be happening. Because when we had all the series of trainings we had, I made it crystal clear on exactly the way that I desire that we should do our roles and responsibilities, how we should deliver the goals that have been set for the Rotary District this year, and for everyone to be abreast of what they should do, either as a club president, either as assistant governors, either as zonal coordinators. And I recall vividly that even the letters of invitation sent out to assistant governors and zonal coordinators, the types of reference was spelled out on the expectations of what we expect from you. Those positions were not just for mere formality or for us to answer the title or to bear the title. They are more of real serious business, particularly if you are to assist the district governor to achieve the goals set for the Rotary year. And we know that for probably say for the first 1 month, which is understandable, because of the series of new clubs that were created, and it became almost impossible to have permanent, just in difficulties anyway, to have some clubs attached permanently to some people. Some ages had to be moved, some have to be reassigned, some had to be given more clubs to really pretend over, and some had to lose their clubs. We had to reshuffle. A few called in to explain, to give certain very cogent reasons why I had to probably reallocate them, because everything you have to apply discretion, but discretion was not based on sentiments. They were based on really, really cogent and reasonable excuses for us to reassign or reassign. And I was also have a few ages who willingly requested for more clubs. And I can particularly mention Assistant Governor Tolulope Elijah, that we believe is always out of the country. But I can tell you that she can confirm the club assigned to her what she's doing in those clubs. I gave her one, said doesn't want one. I should give her 2 more. But I had to give her only 1 more. And the clubs are happy with the kind of supervision that she's giving to them. Whereas we had assistant governors who are complaining about even giving them only 1 club and claiming that the club is distant. And I want to, and I said this one before, I was aging 3 good years, and I was assistant governor for 3 years for 2 consecutive years and 2 clubs in the 3rd year. And I did not complain 1 bit or 1 second to any of the governors, sitting governors then, to relocate me. Even as a woman, at times I'll be getting home as late as 9 in some of the clubs that I was given to me. And as a woman, and I just found men complaining that where they were assigned is too far, when they were even given only 1. The manual of policy of Rotary International stipulate or stated, if anyone wants to see it, I will send it to you, that any assistant governor should be given 3 or 4 clubs. And it was even emphasized, under no condition, mark my statement, under no condition should any assistant governor be given 1 club. I didn't write it. Manual of policy of Rotary International. So you cannot imagine if 1 club is given to somebody, because we now have quite a number of assistant governors. And why is that? Everybody wants to be. Now the opportunity has been created for the assistant governors to be, and yet now they are defaulting in many embarrassing ways. Some, as we speak, have not visited their clubs. But before I go on, I know that the chief of staff is in-house, and of course, the zonal coordinators are also in-house, who are superintending over the assistant governors. So I will give them time to speak. But before then, let the DS quickly do the cognitions. I want to take that off. Zonal coordinators, they are present first, and then you can do assistant governors that you are familiar with. Some of them you may not know them, than assistant governors. But at least zonal coordinators, I'm sure you know them. And any other one that I know, I can recognize myself. So let me give you 10 minutes to do the cognitions quickly before we now move on to the use of the day. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, our Koshelleri District Governor. As we speak, we have 87 Rotarians online. However, I will only be recognizing those who join with their real names. Rotarian Adekula Liu is here. Rotarian Adekula Joe. Okay. Yes, I'm taking the Yes.
Only 10 minutes, please. Only 10 minutes. 10 minutes
Okay.
maximum. Please.
Rotary.
You have to rush it.
Okay. Okay. Rotary and Adekule Joel Ogunlade is here. Rotary and Adekule Musa is here. Rotary and Adeshola is here. Rotary and Adewale Aziz Abdul is here. Rotary and Adewumi Ogunde is here. AG Victoria Kuteyi is here. AG Mbai Foma is here. AG Agbo Pascal Onyedeku is here. Rotary Akipade Abiodun is here. Rotary Akinjeje Olabode Rosemary is here. Rotary Angela Nodim is here. Rotary T Laleye is here. Rotary Tony Eiboka is here. Rotary Arinze Okamelo is here. Rotary Atiba Babalola is here. Rotary Ayotunde Victoria is here. Rotary Barry Wills is here. Rotary Bayo Adeshaki is here. Rotary Benedict Okumale is here. Rotary Benson Obushala is here. Rotary Bovi Lawson is here. Rotary Bola Adeoju is here. Rotary Charles Okonkwo is here. Rotary Chinedu Ebu is here. Rotary Chijoko Mile is here. Rotary Chris Okpala is here. Rotary Ojele Eshegu is here. Rotary Damisola Mati Balogun is here. Rotary Edwin Okon is here. Rotary Ibrahima is here. Rotary Eloho Abulime is here. Rotary Emeka Okolo is here. Rotary Faith Ikems is here. Rotary Florence Ayola Igwe is here. Rotary Fumi Balogun is here. Rotary Gabo Nyema is here. Rotary Gani Lawal is here. Rotary Benga is here. Rotary Hillary Nwawulu is here. Rotary Ihoma Obineche is here. Rotary Kudirat Olaopola is here. Rotary Patrick Orumbie is here. Rotary Kunal Sangbi is here. Rotary Jide is here. Rotary John Senaya is here. Rotary Ked Miliki. Rotary Kayode Taiwo. Rotary Kefa Dedibu. Rotary Kenya Adeshoemi. Rotary Kola Okuola. Rotary Lawal Yusuf. Rotary Lawrence Adesoye. Rotary Leko Fadaro. Rotary Mufuta Adeloton. Rotary Ndu Okaro. Rotary Olaito Ojuroye. Rotary Olumide Cole. Olumide Lawal. Olusegun Adewaku. Olatunde Abodere. Ade Oyeneko. Placid Oluigbo. Rasak Yekini. Rotary Club of New Okoba. Rotary Austin Erabo. Rotary Longe Larry. Rotary Alex. John Lebedum is here. Rotary Anat Sabat is here. Rotary Larry Akoshile. Rotary Abosede Umi. Rotary Shomoye Olaleko is here. Rotary Victor Anore is here. Rotary Taye Gunjobi is here. Rotary Tolulopo Nolaja is here. Rotary Tunde Adekune is here. William Solushola is here. Yetunde Dimo is here. Muhyiddin Adewale is there. Those are the ones who joined with their names, but currently we have 92 Rotarians online. Some other people didn't join with their names, so I'm unable to take their names. So I will be handing over once again. Imo, sorry, I hope I recognize you. You're welcome. I'll be handing over once again to our DG to continue. But I think the next item on our agenda is the issues or the issues of the day. Yes, that is what shall be taken next. So, my DG, you have the floor, man.
Thank you very much, my district secretary. But let me specifically mention the zonal coordinators that are here. Agbo Pascal Onyejego, as zonal coordinator. Benedict Okumale, you are here, number 2. We're supposed to have 12 coordinators online now. Zonal coordinator Chijoke Umile, you are welcome. Zonal coordinator Gab Oyema, you are welcome. Zonal coordinator John Senaya, you are highly recognized. Zonal coordinator COS Shagwande, you are welcome. Zonal coordinator Ade Oyeneko, you are welcome. Zonal coordinator, trying to see that. Okay, those are the ones I have for now, except if anyone is not having his identity as we speak. But I won't be able to recognize it ages because there is no time. I want us to save as much time as we can. Thank you very much. Now, I was talking before, and let me just quickly conclude my own part, and in course of contributions from other people, then I can now round off finally. Now, let me start by saying that for this, the reason we are meeting is to talk about our roles and responsibilities. Club president, they know their roles. And of course, assistant governors, superintending know exactly what they should do. They, as like I told them before, 2 visits to a club. One can be virtual, one can be in person. And if peradventure there's any reason for you to be out of the country for a whole month, which means your 2 visits will be virtual, it does not remove anything from how your visit will be done as long as you have done it diligently. But you must have contacted the zonal coordinator. I said it loud and clear. And the chief of staff that you are away for 1 month and your visit will be virtual. So you must have known that. But anything beyond 2 virtual visits, it means you are not in Nigeria. And you cannot do assistant governor from diaspora. That will never be accepted. Once anybody, as we speak now, by the time we do review of assistant governors that have not been to clubs for 2 months now, July and August, they will be dropped. And their clubs will be reassigned to other assistant governors. This is not negotiable because I made the point when we had our trainings. July, I didn't say anything. August has ended. So if I gave 2 months to assistant governors not to visit their clubs, by now it means they have no impact on those clubs. The clubs can as well continue to drift here and there without any guidance. And I don't want that to happen. They must have guidance. So those clubs will be reallocated without any option of second chance. That is number 1. Number 2, before it was said that the assistant governor must complete the form after the 2 visits, and their report must reach the zonal coordinator by 1st to 7th of the following month. It is will have concluded your visit, 2 visits. I said 1 first half of the month, the second one, second half of the month. By 1st week, 7th of the following month, you give your zonal coordinator your reports. Zonal coordinator will submit their own reports, not to replicate or to just transfer the report of AGs to the chief of staff. No. Otherwise, they could have as well sent the letter to the chief of staff. Zonal coordinators were supposed to write your own report on what the AGs have submitted. Of course, there is a report form for you, which either probably you don't have. Although I knew I sent them the mails then. However, I posted it on the platform of zonal coordinators just a while ago. That is the form, platform on the assistant governors that you are also superintending over. That is the form. Please, Elizabeth, share the form, please. Share the form. I send it to you. Share it quickly, please. Have you shared it?
Okay, ma'am. A minute, ma'am.
And let me go on while that one is being shared. Then that is about the report of zonal coordinators. They are to check the report submitted by the assistant governors. Yes, that report form, yes. Why she's sharing, like I said, based on the report that AGs have submitted, the zonal coordinator are supposed to reach out to them to ask questions further to know whether truly they were in the club. To ask, even confirm from the club president. That is why we send the details, complete details of all as presidents, AGs, and zonal coordinators to everybody. By so doing, you can verify whether truly the content of that form is as it should be. We expect the club president should have signed the form, because it's not a matter of, oh, the AG wrote what was not true. You would have, AG will send you, this is the report based on what the AG has seen going to your club. And in so doing, will now send to the president to sign, to actually agree to what the AG has done. Why is it not sharing? It's not sharing. Hello? Elizabeth.
My DG, the form is here. The form is on the screen.
Oh, I'm not seeing it, you know. He's just trying to open it on my own phone.
Yeah,
okay.
But
okay,
yes,
let me go to my own phone.
On the screen, man. Go ahead, man.
Let me open it from my own phone. I have to talk to it.
Hello, man. I'm sharing the form. What?
Don't worry. Let me read it from my phone. Don't worry. If others can see it, let me read it. Okay? Good. So the coordinator's report form for 2023 Rotary year. Month. The date of submission. That is to the chief of staff. Now, month. Name of assigned assistant governor. That is the one you're supervising. Date of submission. Okay. The level, whether level 1 AG or level 2 or level 3 AG. Home club, that is home club of that assistant governor. The club assigned to that assistant governor. The club president's name, because you may wish to even call the club president, because you have their contact in what I said earlier. As the AG visited the club twice in the month, yes, no. You are the one that will know that from what they have given you, but it shows how many visits that they have made from that form. And you can confirm for the president, please. Date of AG's first visit to the club. Is it in person or virtual? Date of AG's second visit to the club. In person or virtual? As AG rated the club on the Rotary Club Central. That is one thing assistant governors should do if you don't know that before. There is a place, go to Rotary Club Central. If you know how to get there, the training was held at the DTTS and you were shown this thing. Try to link up with the officers in charge of Rotary Club Central. Let them lead you to where you can rate the club. Every month, you are supposed to rate your club that you are supervising and then assigned to you. And then you can rate them from a scale of 1 to 5, 1 star to 5 stars. And you make comments why you have rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you have done it this month, you can do it twice a month. By the time you go back again to that club the second time, if the club has improved, a 1-star rated club can become 2-star rated club. And a 4-star rated club can fall to a 2-star rated club. If the club was worse than how it was when you paid your club visit. And that is how you go on every month to rate your club. It is a continuous thing. As you are doing it, I am seeing it from my end. So you cannot say I have rated because I will know. And you cannot deceive Rotary International because they are on the same page. Once they open, they will see the rating. And it is part and parcel of class recognition, both to RI and to the district. So we must know how to rate the clubs. If you don't know, it is not a crime, please. Nobody knows everything. Hook up with the Rotary Club Central Committee to show you how to get there. And you have to do it. Now, the next one is this. Date of last club assembly of that club. Any issue? Then they schedule for district governor's visit. As the DG visited the club, when? Was there a club assembly before DG's visit? Because this DG should never visit a club without a club assembly with the AG in attendance All these you were told at DTTS. You must, after DTA, the next thing that must happen is that each club must call a club assembly where all the directorates, the chairman of the directorates will present their budget for their program and budget. It's at that particular assembly that the program and budget will be ratified by the club. And the AG must be there to guide them. Please note, and I'm sorry, please, I don't want anyone to feel offended. It's not every AG that knows exactly what to do. But I tell you, you can ask questions from one another. Nobody knows everything. Even if you are appointed as assistant governor and you don't know what to do, you can come and meet any of the zonal coordinators or chief of staff or even myself. I make myself available to you, but you must know what you are doing. If you don't know what you are doing, you are not helpful to that club. The club cannot ask you questions who are not on top of your game. They will ask you, you don't know what to answer them. In fact, they lose confidence in you as AG. And that is the truth. Because you must know more than the club president so that you can guide them. Before you go for any club visit, you must get yourself prepared. You must have information both from the RI and from the district. To ask you questions, what is ongoing? You must read and be on top of the situation. I can tell you, I can mention AGs, and I know are doing this very, very well. And they are assets to their clubs. In fact, the club will tell you, oh my God, this AG is fantastic. That shows an AG that the club values and an AG that is adding value to the club assigned to him or her. Then you will see on the day of the DG visit, AG will not be available. The workbook, I provided a template for the workbook. Many clubs assisted. I had to be returning the workbook to them. I have skipped attending. I visited a club. What they sent was absolutely out of the way from what I gave them. And what I gave them, I knew what I wanted to see in the workbook. Visit of the governor is not for fun. It's not about getting that 119. No. It's not about even commissioning project. You can commission your project and we come and help you commission it. That visit is to x-ray your club and to provide necessary guidance to make you stronger, even if you're strong, and to make the weak ones to become strong, and to move that club forward and make it greater than what it used to be. The club must be better after a DG visit. It must be better. So, and that's the essence of the governor coming to your clubs. So, if the AG is not there to assist them, what happened? So the template they were given, they did follow them. Of course, I rejected the workbook, sent it back to them to comply. When they have complied, they should let me know when they are ready for the visit. And that is it. I want us to try and do it better. Then once you have checked as an AG, that what is the workbook as compared with the template, which I sent to even assistant governors, I gave it to all of you. It was sent to you. So first you have to check when governor is coming is, send your, let me see your workbook. Must check the workbook thoroughly, go with the template. You have not done this one right. Go back and do it. They shouldn't be submitting what is out of context to the district governor when assistant governor is there. I mean, it's an indictment to any assistant governor if such a thing is happening. It means that AG has not been helpful to that club, and that's gospel truth. Nothing can remove that. If you have not told your own president to do what is right, and I swear to do it, I know Assistant Governor Kefe Adedibu, she's there online. I know the effort she made on the club to city. Though she made mistakes, but I was quite aware, very much aware. All the corrections, all the notes she sent to the club, all the visits she made to the club. That's Kefe Adedibu for you. I can attest to that. Then on that note, you can now say, yes, I've done my own part. The president failed to comply. Of course, I will give you kudos, because you cannot use your hand to write for the president, and you cannot produce the workbook for the club. You are the AG. But once you have done your own part, I will give you kudos for having done your own part. So, was there a club assembly before the visit? Those are the questions that the zonal coordinator must verify when submitting their own report. When was that club assembly? Was the AG in attendance? If no, then when is the visit scheduled for? For some, we are only doing about 20 clubs now. That's about 120 clubs ahead. And we feel it's the right time to correct all the wrongs. Therefore, when is the club? Did you give visit in that club? You want to know the date. And there must be a club assembly. So when is a club assembly fixed before that is visit? And the AG of that club must be part and parcel of that visit, of that assembly. After the workbook is prepared, the AG must sign to authenticate that we are part of the production of that workbook. Has there been any discussions between the zonal coordinator and assistant governor on any issue? Zonal coordinator, if you have now, from what I have said now, if by virtue of that fact that you are monitoring the AGs, that thing that you have also discussed with the AG that under you, let us know. And then the ZC will give you overall remarks and recommendations. That is for the report of the zonal coordinator. Like I said, for this last month of, this August is not over yet. It's July that can say that we are out of game. But now, today is 26th, 2024. All clubs that have not, all AG that have not been to their clubs, you still have this week to do so. That you can submit your reports by 7th of September. So the zonal coordinator can submit their own reports by 15th of September. So that is about supervision at different levels. Therefore, I think I spent 10 minutes. I don't want us to delay so much and to abide by the time that I put there. So that is a summary of what I want to discuss with us. And I will revert to the secretary to go on with the agenda. Thank you very much. The secretary.
Myself, okay. Yes, the next item, I hope everybody can hear me. The next item on the agenda is...
They can hear, sir. They are all muted.
Okay, yes. The next item on the agenda is the report from the Chief of Staff, PAG Segun Adewaku. PAG, the Chief of Staff to the District Governor, PAG Segun Adewaku, want to listen to you for 10 minutes. PAG Segun Adewaku.
Okay, thank you very much.
Could you please unmute PAG Segun Adewaku?
He's on now, sir.
I'm on. I'm on now. I think everybody can hear me.
PAG Segun Adewaku.
I can hear you.
He's on now, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm on.
I hope PAG Segun Adewaku. Okay.
He's on, please.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
I'm talking. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Governor. Thank you very much.
Yes, we can hear you.
Detailed explanation on the expectations from the AGs, zonal coordinators, and the president. No, I'm talking already. Most of the report, I need to emphasize here that most of the reports that I've been getting had actually been what was filled by the AGs and just forwarded to me. Now,
move forward, please move forward. Please wait, please. Move forward. Wait. Please wait, my COS, please wait. Let me know zonal coordinators that reported anything to you, please. I want to know them, please.
Okay. All right, ma'am.
Yes.
Now, the zone, okay. For zone 1, the zonal coordinator for zone 1 reported all the AGs that said.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
For me,
Who is zone 1, please? Who is zone 1? Who is zone 1?
John Sonaya.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Okay, so the AGs that submitted their reports to him, they are.
No, he can't. No, that's him. He will do that himself, please. He will do that one himself when we gave him the opportunity. You just go about your zonal coordinators.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so zonal coordinator to me, that's doable. Then the zonal coordinator, zone 3, Olaye.
What of zone 2? What of zone 2, please?
Olaye for zone 3. For zone 3.
What of zone 2? Zone 2.
Zone 2 is doable. He submitted, man.
Good, good. Go ahead.
Okay. Olaye also submitted for zone 3.
Okay.
I didn't get from Sam Ayetutu. That's zone
good.
4.
All right.
Then zone 5. Zone 5, Ade Unekon, I got from him very detailed information from zone 5. Zone 6, Ben Okumale, yes, I got from Ben Okumale, zone 6.
Okay.
Zone 7, Gabriel Oyama, I got from Gabriel Oyama, zone 7.
Good. Yes.
Femi Oshibeluwo for zone 8, unfortunately, I didn't get from him.
Okay.
Zone 9, Tubosun Ajayi, yes, I got from him.
Good.
Then zone 10, Agbo Pascal, I got from him.
Good.
Zone 11, Tunde Solu, I got from him. It was just one person that reported, only just one lady that reported.
All right.
I got from him. Then zone 12, unfortunately, Azan Adilakwa didn't get anything from him.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
what
sir.
of zone 6 again? Zone 6.
Zone 6.
Who is zone 6?
Just a minute. Zone 6 is Ben Okumale. I got from him.
Zone 5, Uncle.
Zone 5. Zone 5 is Ade Oyinekon. Yes, I got from him.
Very good. Yes, thank you very much, our Chief of Staff.
Yes.
So the zones that did not, that didn't perform, zone 4 and zone 8. I'm even happy. Out of 12 zones.
Yes.
And zone 12 too. Out of 12 zones, 9 zones perform. I am happy. I'm glad. Very good. Thank you. Now we can now go on to the zonal coordinators now. They will now report on the clubs that submitted to them. Assigned clubs and that submitted. That's where we're going to be going about it. So that we know where the faults are and who is defaulting. Are you with me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Apart from the fact that after submission, to verify that actually ages attended 2 meetings, that is very critical. Okay, now over to zone 1, please. My ideas, please. Where are we going now? What is next now, please? Agenda. My dears. Let me go to the agenda.
Okay, I have unmuted myself. Well, hear me? Yeah, I can see it here. We're supposed to take reports now from the zonal coordinators.
Okay, zone 1, please. Zone 1, please. Zone 1.
Zone 1.
Zone 1.
The zonal coordinator. You have the floor.
No, I muted them, so I need to know the person that will speak so that I can unmute.
Okay, what's the name?
I think he's Chinedu
Ebo. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me unmute him.
He's a PhD Chinedu, so you can unmute him.
And zone 2 is Senaya. So you get...
Okay. Yeah, I think he's
PhD Chinedu.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, go ahead, please.
My Rotarian district governor. Just to say that zone 1 is John, while I am zone 2.
Okay, go ahead with 2 then.
Yes.
Go ahead with 2 then. Go ahead with 2. Go ahead with 2. Zone 1 will come back later. Well. Yes.
Thank you very much, my district governor. I'll just quickly say that I have visited a number of clubs from...
who is that now? That's making noise here. Elizabeth. Means the person that is making noise now.
Somebody is making noise there. Could you please unmute the person so that we can hear
the person.
One another?
Okay,
please.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my district governor. I personally, because of the multi-club, we had the privilege of quickly making a lot of visits. What we did very quickly was we created what we call a WhatsApp group that we call the Zone 2 Leadership Group. So I was in touch with all the AGs and IMPs in my zone. In the details that we have in that leadership records, we have both their installation days, the visit of the DG dates, and their bad days. And so we are trying to find ways and means that all the clubs within my zone will be cooperating with each other. I visited 5 clubs. Generally, I visited the VGC during their installation. I visited the Victoria East, which is my club. I visited Lekki Phase 1 during the DG's visit. I visited Lekki Golden. I visited Osaka.
Wow.
I was very much in touch with the club in Ekpe, the club in Eco Atlantic. I spoke with their agents, and the young clubs, Badore and E Club, and the E Club, I also were very much in touch with their ages. Like I said, I submitted reports for five clubs. That is VGC, Victoria Island, VGC, Osapa Golden, Lekki Golden, Lekki Phase 1, and Victoria Island.
So the ages of the club?
Yes, the ages, yes.
Okay,
the ages
of those clubs. Those clubs.
Of those clubs, yes. Osapa Golden, Lekki Golden, Lekki Phase 1, VGC, and Victoria Island. I got apologies from the ages of married, planning to make a joint visit. Yes. I was saying that I apologies. Yeah, from the age of the Rotary Club in Ekpe and the VI East, because they are out of country. The Ekpe had marriage ceremonies in his family, and so was really very busy. So we're planning to make a quick visit to the club very soon in Ekpe. I was in touch with those in
ages were and maybe the VI East. Both of them have not, because they are abroad, Abi. Okay.
The one VI East is abroad. Ekpe had family engagement. I think it's
are those reasons are they tenable? No, let's face it. Are those reasons tenable?
You know, it was the first month, my DG. It was the first month, my DG. And what I'm trying to say, we have established contact, and I must tell you that all the ages in my zone are up and coming. They are very active. They want to do their job. Yes, I just want to confirm that.
Thank you very much for that beautiful report.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Is that you want to add any other thing? Any other thing to add?
Yeah, I wanted to say very quickly that we have already agreed on some 5 action plans to make our zone very effective. Like I said, we have published a record of all the leaders in our zone. So we are aware of when you are going to do your installation. We are aware when the DG is coming to visit you. We are aware of your bad day. We want to find time to fellowship with each other and be in cooperation with each other. We have also agreed that we'll do joint projects. So there are forward-looking projects we have already started working on how we can cooperate with each other. Yeah, I just wanted to add that we are looking forward already. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm dancing where I am. You can see my head shaking, because that is the kind of news or report I want to get. It really, really shows that you are top of that zone and you are carrying the zone along. And it's quite obvious. At the multi-club training we had yesterday, quite obvious that you are on top of that zone. Congratulations, my zonal coordinator. Thank you very much for making our job easy. God bless you. Yes, thank you. Zone one now, please. Zone 1. Unmute PAG Johnson, please. Unmute him. Elizabeth.
I'm unmuting.
Does it take long to unmute somebody? And that's why I mentioned the name earlier. So you can prepare to unmute him.
Unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I've
unmuted myself. Can you hear me now?
All right.
Yes, we can, please.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth, let's mute PAG Johnson.
Can I go on?
Go on, please. I think DS is behind us. I think his internet is behind our own. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Very well, please. Very well.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very much. And it's a good thing that Zonal Coordinator Chinedu Ebo went ahead, because Zone 1 is collaborating by virtue of the Zonal Multi-Club Seminar, which held yesterday. We had the opportunity to exchange ideas together and share a lot of things that they are doing. And I must commend his initiative. So in the same vein, we have also created a platform for our AGs and club presidents. And we are exchanging ideas on that platform. Like he said, key dates are being shared between us, so that as zonal coordinator, I know when some of their key events are taking place. However, I want to single out some of my AGs who have performed exceptionally well this first time out. Yes, we may have some rough edges, but their response time has been very good. Number one is AG Ihoma. In fact, she sent in her report very well ahead. Also, AG Onolaja has also done very well. The same thing with AG Mati Balogun. AG Soboma, because he's also the AG for my club, Rotary Club of Ikoyi, had the opportunity, and he has attended virtually every club meeting.
Wow, yeah.
My club. And so it also gives us the opportunity to sit together and address some issues. One of the issues that he has, which I'd like to talk about, is that one of his clubs, that is the free zone, he was having some issues with them, especially having meetings, holding meetings. Even holding meetings was very difficult for them. So I had to visit the club with him last week at the Freedom Park, and we got a handful of members in, and also their sponsor club, their charter club, which is a Rotary Club of Lagos. And so we were able to put a few things together. They would have held a follow-up meeting today, and we hope that that club should be on its way up. However, there's still a long way to go. Now, also AG Nike Mayaki, because she's also in my club, she has been able to sit one-on-one with me to discuss some of the challenges that she has. And one of those challenges, which cuts across many of them, is the appropriate form for them to fill out. This AG's form is a little bit confusing for them, so they are not sure whether it's the correct one or, so we've had to be sending it back and forth. And I must confess too that the zonal coordinators form that I just saw now, I don't recall having a copy of that. So that will also assist me in my duty. I don't know which other zonal coordinators are having the same problem. AG Chester and the other AGs that I have, AG Joel sent in his report just today, and have been, I've been on him for quite a while, but he may have a reason for that. But he sent it on this evening, which I forwarded straight to the to the COS. But AG Chester, I've not heard from him at all. And all efforts to get him directly on his line have proven abortive. The same thing, I don't have the full list here. The same thing with the other AGs in my group. But I can, I'll send a message to the COS concerning the other AGs that I have not been able to reach at all. So now I also noticed that at yesterday's seminar, in fact, I didn't see any of my AGs. I didn't see any of my AGs, and that was quite surprising. And I'm not sure that I remember getting any excuse from them. This is our zonal multi-choice, multi-club training seminar, and I expected them to be there. So yeah, I think basically that's it. So I don't take much of your time.
Thank you very much, Zonal Coordinator JS.
Yes,
I like the presentation. Good. You need to collaborate. What is happening in one place? You will learn from it. You share ideas. I love that. For those AGs that you have their reports, definitely they are the ones that are working. Whether they have done it well or not is a different thing.
Yes.
For those without any report, it shows that they have not been to the club. And that's why I even said, luckily, August has not ended. So AGs have an opportunity to can give them July as a month of grace. But August is no longer a month of grace. Are you with me? Because everybody can work and do whatever they have to do by 30th and the 1st of August. So it is still good. So I believe that they will do the needful. And if they don't do the needful, we are all here now. It means that they are not ready to do what they're supposed to do. So thank you very much once again. The form, I guess, I didn't send it out, but the form can now be used. Probably I thought I sent it, I didn't send it. But the club can now be used for your report for August. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, zone 3, please. Zone 3. With zone 3 is, you can just read 2 minutes. We'll not give it the full details. Let us know ages that we have had from, ages that we have not had from. Any other thing we want to make report over will be in your remarks. You understand? Which are, when you're submitting your zonal coordinator's report. That's what I want to say now. So the full details of your observations can be in that report form. Let us just know those ages we have seen and those that we have not seen. Only. That's what we should now say. Zone 3, please.
Name, please.
Should have asked for the name from the name now. Oh God. My secretary. Or COS. Zone 3.
Hello, sir.
Oh, wow. I think his internet is behind. Chief of staff, please. Or me chief of staff. So I can tell us. Or me the chief of staff, quickly.
Hello, sir. Chief of staff.
It's Olaye Eboige. He sent a message that
quickly.
He said it's at a place where the network is bad. I think it travels.
Okay, zone 4, zone 4. Who is on 4? Who is on 4, please? Zone 4.
Zone 4 is Samuel Ayetutu.
He's not available.
Okay, he's
zone
online.
5.
He's available.
He's
Samuel Ayetutu is available.
But
he's available.
But he has also, and because he didn't submit any report. So that's okay. Let's listen to him. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, my DG and good evening, ma.
Good evening.
I actually submitted a report. I guess that by the time I sent it in, the chief of staff did not see it.
Submitted where, please? Wait. Submitted where, please? I want to get my facts clear. The chief of staff did not get it where? Is it and hard copy? Is it e-copy or what? How did he get it? I want to know.
I submitted to him by WhatsApp. So I have also copied you, my DG.
When was that?
While this meeting was going on. Because when I saw that I had not seen it, that was why I then copied you while this meeting was going on.
No, please, I want to get this fact correct, please. I'm sorry. But I don't want to be to be seen as not knowing what I'm doing. Now, you say you send a report, and I ask a question: when was the report sent? Because number one, he sent it to him, and it was not delivered.
The chief of staff and I spoke, like DG.
When was that?
We spoke this evening at about.
That was this evening. This report should have gotten to him 15th of the month. This report was long overdue.
One of my AGs pleaded that I should hold on for him to send it his soul.
Oh no. That's your excuse. No, that excuse is very grossly unacceptable. Honestly, I will not even accept that as we speak now. I'm very sorry. Send all the reports. It is very obvious that the reports were not ready.
I have sent the report of 3 AGs out of the AGs under me.
Today.
And the plot is revised. I sent it.
Today.
I sent it. Yes.
When?
I sent it this evening. I just explained that.
That's what I'm saying.
Is because I was waiting for someone who said I should hold on for him to send his phone so I can send it along.
Zonal coordinator,
yes,
your reason is very unacceptable. You know quite all right. Any DTS, you didn't conclude DTS with us. And that's also one of the reasons now. You know, you didn't conclude the second part of DTS with us. You took permission. I said 15th of every month. The report should get to the COS.
I know the date. I know the date.
So why didn't you submit it then? Okay, it's okay. Thank you. But you didn't comply. So it's as simple as that. So anything you are saying now is why you know that there will be a meeting.
I plead that you kindly allow me to present what I have. I'm sorry. It's not deliberate.
Okay, you know what? Present what you have. I've made my points.
Thank you, my DG. Okay, so I have 3 AGs who submitted their report. The
out of how many?
Usoro, out of 8.
Okay.
The first is AG Usoro Imor Gabriel, who reported for Rotary Club of Anthony Metro. The second one is AG Ehi Brahima, who reported for Rotary Club of Bagara South. And then the third one is AG Akim Sumonu, who reported for Rotary Club of Alimosho Crystal. Those are the 3, but we have been engaging on our platform.
What about those? I'm interested in those who have not submitted. More than those who have submitted now. Those who have not submitted, where are they, please? Because they are online here. They could be online so that they can know that you have made this report already.
Okay, ma'am. Those who have not submitted are AG Sunit Debroy, AG Wasiu Babalola, AG Kayode Oladi, AG Shola Benson, AG and AG Kola Okunola of Rotary Club of Oba.
Okay, good. Thank you. So what in essence what I'm saying is that if, for example, Ibrahim has submitted his own report as a 7th of April of August, and today is 24th, and the report was not submitted until today, it's not fair to him. Thank you very much, all the same. Now, Zone 5, please. Who is Zone 5? Chief of Staff, Zone 5. Zone 5.
Zone 5 is Zone 5.
Okay. Then who is Zone 6 to get ready?
Zone 6 is Benedict Okumale. Zone 7
okay, good.
is Oyama, so they should get ready, please.
Thank you. PAG, please. Those that submitted, I know that those that didn't submit, I know that didn't submit. Just those the names only, please.
Yeah, you can unmute, please. I've sent the unmute request.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, my DG and fellow district leaders. I have 17 AGs under the zone that I supervise.
Yeah.
What we used the month for of July was to make sure that we get it right, because there was some discrepancy from the list submitted by the district. We have cases, about 3 cases of those that we thought were on that zone that they had been reassigned and whatever. So we use that period first to establish who we are. So we have a solid platform that have the 17 ages. And but unfortunately, out of the 17 ages, only 17 met up the deadline of
17
September.
17.
Out of 17 ages, yes.
Yeah.
Only 7 submitted report.
Okay, 7. Okay, 7.
Yes.
Okay.
The 8th one submitted late.
Okay.
We have problem with the internet, and that is a Zini. She was trying to send to my email, it was bouncing back. So we can say 8 of them, but 7 have gone to the chief of staff, remain that one.
Okay.
So we have, we can say, so 9 ages didn't actually.
Can you run through their names, please? Maybe their names, please.
Oh, the name of those that, no, I can't get that easily.
Oh,
the one I can
now,
get
readily now.
Those, yes, not readily.
You know what you're going to do? Just do it beside the chief of staff, please. Submitted, not submitted. Just like that.
Yes.
Okay.
I will do that. And we are looking forward that by this month, we should begin to get together and use the multi-club training for next month to crystallize our relationship. Where we now begin to talk of other things that I want to do together as a zone. But at least we are in a common front with the platform. And I know by the end of this month, we should really get stabilized.
Okay.
Thank you, my DJ.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Now, the next zone, please. The next zone. That's zone 6.
Zone 6.
Ben, yes.
Good evening, my DG, my
Good evening.
DG.
Good evening.
And
Good
my fellow
evening.
Rotarians. Zone 6 comprises of 10 Rotary clubs, and we have 8 assistant governors.
Okay.
Of the 8 assistant governors, 7 of them, 6 of them actually submitted their report before deadline.
That's a great one.
The other two, Wasu Babalola sent a report. He had challenge with Wasu Babalola and Kaide Taiwo had challenges with the form initially, but we were able to resolve. I think they did not understand that the 3 stages of the report are all embedded in one workbook. So by the time we resolved it, I'm only able to get Wasu Babalola's report. Unable to get his report because his system crashed, but he promised to recover that file. And
you are offline, no? It's muted. I think it's muted.
On mute. He went offline.
Okay.
Back now.
Anyway.
On mute, sir. He's back now.
He's on muting. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So of the 6, all the ages except Kaide Taiwo and Wasu Babalola have not yet to submit their report physically for me to receive. But I know that in the initial call report they made, they visited their various clubs. It's Solo Metro for Kaide Taiwo and Egbeda. Wasu Babalola is for Kota. He made visit to the club. But myself, I also tried to. I was able to
installation and project. I was with Rotary Club of Igbe, and I also can attest that Umaru and Leo visited Rotary Club of Gowanese in my club twice, and I've been in communication with all my AGs, and they are on the platform and platform. So only just those two AGs who have technical issue in understanding.
Only those two AGs. Okay.
Only two.
Okay.
Calabas also had the same issue, but they have resolved it too. So these are those two AGs.
Okay.
But they have actually done something about the report, my DG.
Okay. The only thing was that if the farm had been checked since 1st of July or since after the TTS, they will have understood before now. However, I'll still accept that excuse for now. No problem. Let's go on to. But the only thing that I see, Babalola, from your side, his name was just mentioned from another zone again. So I don't know what is happening. So from the two zones that is supervising clubs, no report from the two zones. All right. Go ahead. Zone 7 now, please. Zone 7, please. Zone 7.
Zone 7 coordinator, could you please?
Zone 7, the name, please. PAG, I don't know what's the name.
He called it for you now.
No, Gabriel. Okay, Onyema, okay.
PAG Gabriel Onyema.
Okay, on mute, sir. PAG Onyema, you are.
Who is on 8 to get ready? Who is on 8?
Sorry,
While we are waiting for zone 7, zone 8 should please get ready.
So who is zone 8, please? Name of zone 8, please. And it's not available. Zone 9, please.
Zone 9.
Okay, my DJ, I'm here.
Okay, I'm coming. Just knowing the names, I will call you. Zone 9, who is zone 9, please?
Zone 9 is
okay, zone 10, just to write the names down. Zone 10 in call.
Zone 10, Agbo Pascal.
Okay, then zone 11, please.
Zone 11, Tunde
Solu.
And zone 12.
All right, then. Okay. Dabo Yema, go ahead, please. Okay. Please go ahead, Oyema.
Okay. My DG, I have 7 AGs for observation for 10 clubs, and well, luckily for me, they're all very familiar faces. So what the first thing we did was to form a WhatsApp group for all of us to start discussing about their clubs. Out of that 7, 5 have submitted their reports in good time, which I also probably submitted to the chief of staff, the district secretary, and the captain. Some of them I can confirm that are doing very well. For instance, Kefe. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm with you.
Now, Rotary Kefe, who happens to be the age of my own club, has actually visited us about 3 times, so she's doing well. Rotary Alex, who is the AG for Papa and Satellite, has actually done quite well. I'm in touch with the Papa Club, and apart from regular visits, he actually paid dues for the club. He paid dues in that club.
Wow!
And he's initiating a project that want to do the entire zone, and that is the Papa Club has given a corner in a Papa Club, which they call a Rotary African Corner, and they're trying to renovate the place and name it after Rotary. So we're in touch with all the clubs now within that zone to see the possibility of taking up that as a joint project.
Beautiful.
Also, Rotary Club of Emeka Okolonji has done quite well. He's supervising 2 clubs. He's supervising 2 clubs. Lagos West and Greenfield. And he has also done very well in the assignment that he's doing.
Okay.
Rotary Eleven has also done well. Eleven Abudim has done very well. The president confirmed that he is very, very much in touch with them. We just put on our platform now the multi-club training so that we can see how to start planning early enough to have a very good multi-club training, especially in the fundraising. Now, the two clubs that have not submitted, the two AGs that have not submitted, as I this evening, I've called them to say, look, well, you know that you're already out of time and out of date. Kamal Opola has not submitted, and I'm asking what the problem is, right from the club. And AG Tony, I can understand, has some little challenges, but I'm in touch with her, and so she said she wants to submit it before Friday. So apart from the five that have submitted, my DG, I can confirm that are doing very well, and are trying to build the clubs in what they're doing. Thank you very much, my DG.
Thank you very much, Alex, for that report. And I can see that actually the many zonal coordinators have been working very hard. I can confirm that from what I think many of you are really doing well. I want to thank you for that. Then zone 9 now. Ajayi.
Ajayi. Kindly unmute, please.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Okay. I have 9 clubs, 9 AGs under me during the month of July. 6 of them submitted report. 3 did not submit. Out of the 6 that submitted, 2 of them submitted late. And for the ones that didn't submit, I engaged them, and you see, it's like they were allowing the club to drag them because they were having some kind of waiting for the club to submit, waiting for the president to sign, not even knowing how to get the form completed, and even using wrong format of form. So I've encouraged them and I've sent them the real form so that they can engage the president, they can tidy up that end. And I've also emphasized to them that I have a deadline. 7th is the deadline for them to submit, while I have to meet up with the district timing as well. Then I think 2 of the clubs that did not submit report, they are this Ikorodu club. I think they still have some issues, the club. So I told the AGs that whatever your observation is, just complete your form and send your own report. Don't allow the club to drag you into the net. So we're hopeful that in August there will be improvement, and we will get a clearer picture of what is happening in some of the. I also made visitations to some of the clubs too, so that'll help me to be able to confirm some of the information submitted to me as well.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zonal Coordinator Tubosun Ajayi, for that report. I mean, it clearly shows that almost everybody, like I said, you are abreast of what is happening in your zone. And that is actually the essence of having all these appointments here and there. I'm very delighted. Thank you very much. Now, zone 10 now.
Okay. Okay, good evening, my district governor.
Good evening.
Okay, I have good evening, other district leaders. I have 12 clubs, 12 assistant governors in my list. Like I'm just getting back to, I just got to the Lagos now. So, and 9 AGs submitted the forms. Can you hear me?
Very well.
Yes,
okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, 9 assistant governors submitted the form before time, which I've also delivered to the chief of staff. Only 3 did not. But out of the 9 that submitted the forms, most of the forms were not filled quite correctly or properly. So what I have done is that because we have a group chat for all the assistant governors and the president within my group. So what I did is that I told them that I will organize a small lecture so that the assistant governors will know exactly their role on how to fill this form and what the president is to do. So that you don't tell me that the president is the one that is holding you. So if the president is not forthcoming, you can fill your form and submit so that we can generate the reports. Thank God for the new form that was introduced this evening for the zonal coordinators to make their own report to the district governor. So basically, except if there's need for me to read out the names of the clubs,
yes,
the names
no,
of the assistant governors,
yes,
the names
please,
of the
you have to do
AGs.
that. Yes, so
Okay.
that I've not submitted reports. We need to know that, yes.
Okay, the ones that I've submitted.
No, those that have not now.
Okay, those
if
that
are submitted, I'm happy. Yes.
Okay, those that have not submitted, I think I have a AG Kunle Aliu and AG Tunde Olaniyan. There's another one, but I need to look at my file to get the last list because I've just arrived Lagos now, my district governor. I'll put them together and send to the chief of staff in the next 1 hour or so. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for that report. Thank you. So finally, Zone 11, PAG Solu.
Elizabeth, could you please unmute PAG Solu?
I can't see him online, sir.
Okay.
He was, I saw
he has been thrown out.
Oh, maybe he was thrown out too. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We don't really have to still wait for him. And the reason why we have called the meeting it has been established now. So let's just quickly go to the next agenda, please. Let's just take a few AGs. Maybe 2 here and there, because this one is more about zonal coordinators reporting on AGs.
Yeah, the next agenda is yes. Can we take some AGs who are present here? If you're an AG and you're present and you would like to contribute to what is currently going on, kindly indicate by raising your hand, then we'll invite you and can talk to us. The AGs. Any AG in the house who wants to talk or who wants to speak,
if there's none, then you can go.
His or her hand so that we'll recognize the person and then hear the person out.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's AG Emeka Okolongi first here.
Yes.
I am here. PAG Solu is here.
Okay, sir.
I'm here. I'm here from the beginning.
Yes, he didn't see you. He said he didn't see you again. He's been calling you all along.
Okay, I saw Tunde. No.
Yes, that's my name. I'm on the line. Okay, good evening, my imaginative governor.
Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Fellow district leaders. As reported by the chief of staff, I have only one report from Assistant Governor Olaitunmo Odunoye, and I want to thank her, immensely, because she's the one that did not make my zone to score 0 in this reporting activities. Yes, the only one. Now, when it was sent to me, I asked from her if she has forwarded it to the president. Then she told me she has not, but that immediately she will forward it to the president of Rotary Club of Magboro. And then that she did. I'm expecting from Magboro the club president of Magboro to forward whatever, a signed document from her to me. But I also want to thank the chief of staff because when I came in for RLI something, I saw him and I asked for the flow of that report. And he said it's going to go to the club president from the assistant governor. Then from the assistant governor, it's going to come to me. Then I'll forward it to him, to the chief of staff. That's the position. But let me tell you, Amar, that we had a wobble start because we had the issues with about 4 clubs in my zone. Sometimes where 2 AGs were assigned to a club, then a club that was not assigned with an AG. But we got all that one sorted out on the 12th of August. Ma, I want to take the responsibility now for all the AGs in my zone because the WhatsApp group, which all of us are supposed to be interacting on, is not fully on. For example, today I was even looking for the phone number of one of my AGs that's supposed to be on that platform. So I want to crave your indulgence, man. We have 7 days to go in this month of August. Please allow me to work on all the AGs within these 7 days. And if there is any other one that is still defaulting at that point in time, I will hand them over back to you. But for now, man, please give me these 7 days, the last days of the month of August. I will do the needful, work on each one of them, and I will report back to you. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much, PG Solu. You are a leader indeed for taking responsibility for what is happening in your zone. I really, really want to thank you. No issue, no issues. We shall sort everything out. That is why we are having this meeting tonight. Thank you very much. On that note, let's any assistant governor who wants to say 1 or 2 things, they can give opportunity to maybe 2 assistant governors and then 2 club presidents, so that we don't delay ourselves before I now wrap up on all what we have discussed. Thank you.
All right, ma. Now we are going to, like the DG rightly said, 2 assistant governors and 2 presidents. So any assistant governor who is okay, let me see. Okay, Benson Olushola and Ehi Brahma. AG Benson Olushola and AG Ehi Brahma. Can we hear you? Please unmute AG Benson Olushola.
Thank you very much, my secretary. Yes. Our dear imaginative district governor. Good evening, ma.
Yes, good evening.
Well done for the job you are doing, ma.
Thank you very much.
You know, I just want to say this because sometimes it looks as if most of the AGs are not working. Not that, but some presidents are not making their work to show. On several occasions, like one of the clubs I'm supervising, I'll send my own report to him. I ask him, do you have any problem? Let me help you out. I've been to their club on 2 occasions, even though their meeting always clash with the second club. They meet on the same Friday. One is 4:30 to 5. One is 5:36. So I always try to just oppose the 2 clubs, either joining online for one and visit the other club, the next meeting, so that there will be no lacuna between those 2 clubs. That is my personal effort to ensure that those clubs are doing what they need to do. Then when it comes to them reporting, okay, how many have you paid your dues? What is the bill? All those things, common things, they find it difficult to respond. The Isolo club that I'm supervising, the president is not available, but yet he's doing well online. You get information right there. You contact the club, you get it. But the one that is available is becoming too difficult to even get information from him. So I think we need to also talk to the president that when AGs give you this form, fill it and return as soon as possible.
Are you to give them the form to fill and return?
They have some part, man.
No. I've never given my report to any president, never, to fill for me. I will go to the club. When I'm sitting there, I get the information, I put them there. Yes, I have never. You have to go there, or virtually you have them in the meeting. The president is not there, you have the secretary. When it comes to the issue of money, you have the treasurer. When it comes to other issues, you have the club admin chair. So it's not a matter of president. President only is not the club. So to say that you gave a form to president to complete and didn't get a response is even a wrong approach.
Okay,
When you are there, you get the information from them. Number of members as a social date. If you go Rotary Club Central, you will get it. How much are contributed for foundation? Rotary Club Central, you will get it. If there are not 10 new members, you can compare from this date to this date, you will get it. So there are something that you can even get online without going to the club. The last day of the club assembly, you might not be at the club assembly, you can even get information from any of the executive members of the club. So it's not a matter of you are waiting for president to fill the form. But I've said that one before. That is not the way assistant governors should do their job. The form is your own report. It's when you are doing your report, you show them. This is what, because when you are even filling it, but they can be there. This is what has happened. If they are always there, this is what I write it down. I ask you the next question, put it down there. That is the way I have operated all in my life. And that's how it should be. You understand now? So if that's the way you have been doing it, it is even wrong. So let us correct. And that's the essence of having this meeting. So that you can do it in the proper way that it should be done. And if, for example, any club is giving you any issue, that is also the essence of reporting. If there's nothing, that's your own form. Once you feel the ones available to you, and it's remaining only the ones that you know you cannot provide, or anybody cannot provide. Say you cannot, you put on the form, you have not been able to get this fact from the club, and you submit it. If you went on a visit to a club, and when they should meeting, they are not meeting, you can put in the report, I was there today, I've done it before. They are not meeting. I have done video of my club before. I will send to the district secretary then. I am right here now. The club is not meeting. It's the third time. I will call and do video and send to the secretary. And I will write my report normally that the club is not meeting. So all these things, you must do them the way they should be done. And that's the essence of this meeting tonight, that we can correct it very well. So thank you all the same. Thank you. Then the next
right.
AG,
thank you
please.
very much, my DG. Yes, the next AG is Mr. Ibrahima. Rotary AG Ibrahima. Could you please unmute? Elizabeth, could you please unmute AG Ibrahima so that we can listen?
Okay, so you're unmuted.
All right. Thank you, my imaginative district governor. And I thank you, Rotary leaders. I'll make it very brief. I think first thing is to say that this forum by district governor, I think is very enlightening, and
thank you.
We will all learn from this session. The other point I also want to make is that even AG to AG, we can learn from one another or from the zonal coordinators. Knowledge sharing is another thing I'm taking from this session. The third point is to encourage clubs to collaborate on projects. That is one thing that I will take to the Rotary Club of Gagara South that I'm supervising. I must say that I've received the greatest cooperation so far from the club and the president. I've been there 5 times, July and August.
Wow.
So far. And it has been very, very encouraging. The form, it doesn't indicate that reports should be submitted on the 7th, although that information was given by DG at the training.
DTTS. Yes.
Because what we have on that form now is 15th of the following month. So I think maybe we can make the correction that.
So that for zonal coordinator to submit to us.
15th is for zonal coordinator, while AG is
to submit to us.
7th.
7th, yes.
On my DG.
Okay.
So that it is very clear that AG should submit on the 7th, while zonal coordinators are submitting on the 15th. Apart from that, I think the other point I need to make, my DG, is the Rotary Club Central. That became very evident today because that didn't form part of my own report. But again, that is another learning from this session. And going forward, it will be very, very constant in my report. Thank you, my district governor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So 2 club presidents, please. Quickly, 2 club presidents.
Okay, I'm going to recognize IMP Kudurat Olaopola. At least I know her. So Kudirat Ola Okola and Anat Sabat. We are going to take those two
Hello.
IMPs. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, my DG. Good evening, Rotary. Good evening. Your network is poor.
Rotary and IMP Kudirat Olokola, your network is not friendly. So I'm going to ask them to unmute so that we can take another
yes,
person.
let them mute her, please.
Elizabeth, please unmute her. Let's take another person.
Mute her.
Yes. Okay. Let's take a Rotary and Anat Sabat of Rotary Club of Lagos Island.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good evening, my honorable DG and all district leaders, all protocol observed. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you to our DG. She was our AG when I was General Secretary 2 years back, and she has guided us very well. And because of her guidance, now our club is doing very well. And we are so fortunate to have Nike Miyaki.
Sorry, Rotary and Anat, just 1 minute. Rotary and Elizabeth, could you please unmute IMP?
No, mute, so mute. Mute, so mute her. Mute her.
I've muted. I don't know why the thing is still standing there.
We are still hearing her.
Sir, please. We're still hearing her. Yes, Rotary and Anat Sabat, please go ahead.
Kindly unmute, Rotary and Anat.
Thank you. I was muted. Thank you. So I was just appreciating to our DG for her guidance, and also Rotary and Nike Miyaki is doing a wonderful support to our club. She has been participating all our club, most of our club meetings, and also we did 2 blood donation camp at Rotary Club of Lagos Island with the tree plantation project. So every project she assists us. So we are grateful to our AG and our DG and our district leaders. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Any other president here? Because I can't, but I know that Rotary Emeka Okolonji is, he wants to say something. Maybe, my DG, maybe we should allow Rotary Emeka Okolonji to say something. He's eager to say something.
All right. Okay.
Yes, okay. Elizabeth, please unmute Rotary Emeka Okolonji.
He's unmuted now, sir. He's unmuted.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, unmute, please.
Go ahead.
I'll send him the unmute request.
Okay.
AG Okoloji, kindly unmute.
Good evening. The volume is low. The volume is low.
We can't hear you.
Good evening, my district governor.
Good evening.
Okay, what I want to bring into our notice is that the form given to us, I think somebody that is good with IT, I can help.
Kindly move closer to your mouthpiece or something.
Yeah, you are not hearing it properly.
Can you hear me now?
Well, better though.
Okay, the form given to us on Excel sheets has some issues.
Yeah. Okay.
If somebody that has an IT knowledge, if I'm invited, I will assist on that. That is the
okay.
Number 2, the form given to us is 3 sheets in 1, and the mathematical part of it not working because it has been tampered with. Then what to bring in? I noticed that few days back, I was also called by my coordinator that the form I filled because I submitted 5 days after the end of July. That that's a new form, and I was wondering that wasn't the form given to us because the new form came and was just one page. And in that one page, it has no information. I noticed that
that's not for me.
It was one of the three. That is why what I'm trying to explain to you now, because what I have observed is that somebody converted just the first page of the
okay.
To convert into PDF, you will not be able to make use of it. So
okay.
I think, and I noticed when he called me, I tried to explain to him that then he said that is the latest form. I think somewhere along the line, that form has been tampered with. And,
okay.
And is in PDF format, which cannot be used.
Okay.
So I think we need to revisit that form, to review that form. For example, calculating the percentage part of that form. It is supposed to be once you input the number of new members from the current members from first, it will automatically change by itself. But I noticed that a lot of fellow agents were calling me to ask me on the calculation. Even though that the calculation is stated out there, I think we need to set that mathematically so that once you impute a figure, it will change on its own. This is one of my observations. Then the second observation, which you've already told me what to do, a new club was added to my club, and I noticed in the Rotary Club Central, that club is not reflected in my name. So I think I'm saying this so that the chief of staff will also know that the second club that has also been added in my name, which I practically is a new club. I am practically in that club every other week. That club is not reflected in my Rotary Center. So
okay.
So bringing this to the notice so that it will be noted that that second club is not reflected in my name. So on the
okay.
form, I will try to see if I will do that and forward it to you, because that form generally that everybody is using has been tampered with. That is why a lot of people are finding it difficult to make use of that form.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Probably all you have to do is this. I want you to send that one that you think and is tampered with to me. Because the form I sent to assistant governors was never changed at any point in time. And I will still go back and check the other of this calculation you're talking about, which I'm sure that something's wrong somehow. So probably the forms that some of you are having. There's only one form that was generated by me, which I sent out. But I would like to see that other one, please. AGMAK Kolonji, please kindly do me that a favor of sending what you have to me, and I will now try to check it against the one I have.
I sent it to you now as we are chatting, man.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Then okay, on the of assignment of clubs, the chief of staff is the one that I've given the permission to assign the clubs on my behalf on the Rotary website. So he will do the needful. I have given him the updated assignment of clubs to AGs, because are still clubs coming up. There can be some additions to the clubs you have been given here and there. So, and you will do that, and you will see yourself showing on the correctly assigned clubs going forward. So let me just, I think it's only closing remarks. A question and answers, Abi?
Yes, okay. Question and answer.
Maybe two questions. Maybe 3 questions, so we can save time. Two questions, please.
I would like to call on IMP Hilary Nwawulu. I think he's one of our imaginative presidents. So let's take
very good.
Him. We can also take
2 presidents. Okay, 2 presidents.
Yes.
2 presidents. Okay, good.
Nwawulu, please go ahead and ask your question. Elizabeth, please unmute.
Unmute, sir. I've unmuted him.
Okay.
All right. Good evening once more, my DG and
Good
all the zonal
evening.
coordinators and my AGs.
Good evening.
Yes, mine is not a question, but I want to give a suggestion to the AGs about what my supervisor, AG Ihoma Obineche, did one day that she came to visit our club. She didn't tell us that she was coming. She was right there in our premises before she informed me that she's there. So that singular act got all the club members. I could remember a Rotarian that used to come late. Jokingly, since then, she never come late to meetings, fellowships. And she told me that she don't want to come and the AG will see her as a latecomer. So sometimes AGs should do something out of the box, think out of the box to find out, to make laws sit up. Because sometimes if Rotarians are not being watched or monitors, like we being new club, I'm from Rotary Club of Lake Novare, we are new, a year. So if we are not being nurtured properly, we can sometimes not do what we are supposed to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to take Rotarian Adeleke Yusuf. AG Adeleke Yusuf, please. Kindly unmute. Yes. AG Adeleke Yusuf, you have been unmuted.
Unmute, sir.
Okay, if Adeleke Yusuf is finding it to unmute, please let's take AG Charles Okonkwo. Unmute AG Charles Okonkwo.
Unmute,
yes,
please.
Unmute AG Charles Okonkwo.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, my DJ.
Hello?
Yeah, AG Charles Okonkwo, go ahead.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. And fellow district leaders, good
evening. Charlie, good evening.
Yeah, I just have to say this. Although Kudirat, my president, could not talk because of our network, I have to say this, my DG, Rotary and Ewututu, Rotary Club of Ewututu is one of the clubs I supervise, and they are doing very well. I will also say I visited Ewututu 4 times. I've been there 2 times in July, 2 times in August. And I've been to their project venue, which my president, my DG, were there, and I think you were marveled. I think they have one of the biggest projects in the district, which we don't know yet. And when I got there, I got touched. They're doing a very big project, and vocational project of training people in Mafuluku, that area, over 1,000 people at the same time. I got there, the club is very vibrant, my DG, and I also paid my dues in the club to encourage members of the club to pay their dues. My first meeting with them, I paid my dues, and we're going to have another board meeting on Saturday. The other club I'm also supervising is Yaba Metro. I've been having challenges with Yaba Metro, but it will be resolved by this week. I've not been able to, I've been trying to get the president, but I've been able to get him now, and I'll be there by Friday. Just want to report to you that my DG, Ewututu, is a club you should look out for. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll take one more question. I want to see one lucky person. Okay. Can we take Rotary Wilson, a Sangbedo? Please unmute Rotary Wilson, a Sangbedo, because he has a double barrel surname. Let's take him. A Sangbedo, Wilson. Elizabeth, please unmute him.
Yes, I've asked him to unmute. So you can unmute, please.
Rotary Wilson, a Sangbedo. Please unmute yourself and talk to us.
Rotary Wilson, thank you, unmute. I've sent you the unmute request, please.
Okay, let's take Rotarian Imo Sorrow. If Rotarian Wilson is somebody not
Rotarian Imo, can you unmute?
Yes, that will be our last contributor tonight, and then the DG will give. The DG will take over from there. What is happening?
Hello.
Yeah,
yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Is that Rotary Imo Usoro or Sangbede?
Yes. This is Imo. AG Imo.
AG Imo, please go ahead.
Okay, my district governor and my fellow district leaders. In fact, I must say I really appreciate this meeting, and I now see the need for this meeting, and I've learned a lot. I've achieved a lot. Because this meeting have opened my eyes to understand more about what we are doing, and I want to really say a big thank you to the district governor and to my fellow district leaders. So the club that I'm supervising, for now, they are doing well. I really appreciate those clubs. They are doing well. And I'm happy to be one of you. Thank you once again.
All right. Thank you very much. My DG, it's now time for your closing remarks. Elizabeth, please submit my DG.
Anyway, myself. Yeah. Fellow Rotary leaders.
Elizabeth, please unmute our DG. My DG.
I'm unmuted. My distinguished Rotary leaders, I want to thank you once again.
My DG.
Let me just quickly give a summary of what we have just discussed tonight. Number one, let me thank all the assistant governors that have been certified to be doing well. So zonal coordinators have actually mentioned clubs that are doing well. And I want to commend those clubs and the presidents if they are online. And the essence of the meeting is what we have all had this evening, is to make us do it better. It is not for assistant governors that should only appear at DG visits and clubs installations. DG visit when you have not even gone to the clubs to see them, but the DG wasn't there. So coming is like coming to just show off that I'm the DG, I'm the AG when the DG is on ground. Please, I don't want us to do that again. And operating from diaspora, I continue to emphasize it. If for adventure you're going to be out of the country for 1 month, I will understand. You can do your 2 visits from diaspora and it can be very effective. And your report submitted on time, latest 7th of the following month. However, beyond 1 month, it will not be allowed. It means you are not in town. There are so many people who are in town and are ready. Because I know some of our ages, I have heard about it. They are not in Nigeria and they are running around wanting to be ages. And before they now got it, and unfortunately they are not in Nigeria. I wouldn't have known where people are pressing for them to be. That is another thing. Number 3 is that the issue of club cluster zones, encouraging clubs to come together to do cluster projects like Zone 1 told us tonight. And one of those I can't remember now. The initiative is what we have already put in place this year. And I thank you for going by that initiative. Work together as a team, as clusters, as zones, you will achieve bigger and bolder and more impactful projects. Another thing I want to tell you is that new clubs that can be assigned to you at any time, more clubs will spring up. 4 clubs have been formed this year. I think only one of them has been given AG as we speak. There are 3 outstanding. If you have 1 club, expect 1 more to be added. The 1 more may not be in the place convenient for you. But like I said, we have no choice. What we are giving, we must try and make the sacrifice. Remember, 1 virtual is allowed out of the 2 meetings. Now, the next thing is the issue of the form. We will look at the form and see if there's any one that is out and that is not from the district, and see how we can work around it and stop that one that's in circulation if that one did not emanate from the district. Then I want to thank AG Agbotu for what he said about organizing the session. Before you said it, I was already writing it down, that I will encourage you that you will have to have a session with your AGs to go over the forms again. That any area that is naughty or that is unclear, you can take it together. But let me also add that you can add some assistant governors. I know Kefi Adedibu, very strong AG. Emeka Okolonji, very strong AG. And I know they have also been trying to even teach other people, other AGs on some of these things. And therefore, and there's nothing bad. My past RIVP, Kababala, will say, copy something that is good, copy it shamelessly. It is not a crime or it's not degrading to tell a fellow AG, please, how are you doing this? It is for the betterment of everybody. And of course, on the issue of the star rating, we have Rotary Club Central Committee in place. Go and ask AG Mufutao Adeloson, DC Taiwo, this man in Bagada, 3 years ago, OP of Bagada, or UP of Bagada. I don't remember his name, the president of Bagada 3 years ago, Odutola, master in it. Let them also, you can invite them on that platform when you are having a session with your AGs to put you to other things as far as the club is concerned, and where you have to come in as AG. It will also help even the club presidents. And I also want to commend the following AGs. Father Hero, who is taken to the clubs. I wanted to collect one from him, and he said I should leave him. He will still serve and work on those 3 clubs, and he's doing so. I want to thank you. I think all those who are also having 3 clubs as we speak, I don't have the list here with me. I also want to thank you very, very much. And finally, we use July as a teaching period. We use July as the month to train and retrain ourselves. We use the second half of this August too as a period that we are all trying to get our feet finally. So by the time you are putting together the report for September, I think all the anomalies will have been corrected. I will still employ the zonal coordinators to talk to their AGs, especially those who have not performed, one-on-one, and let them know. Listen, my car light is off. And let them know. I can go inside now. And let them know that we have allowed them even up till this August to do the needful and to get everything right. But I can assure you that from September, there will not be any kind of excuse for anybody not to do to be done properly. And by that time, we know those who are really our ages and those that we're going to drop, and I want to believe that there won't be any such situation going forward. So on that I want to thank you once again for creating time to be at this speaking. I probably won't be more than 1.5 hours, and I think it's not even up to that. I want to thank you very much, and God bless you. Secretary.
Well, thank you for having me on. My experience in a format of Congress, because I've been organizing.
The secretary.
I've seen how gun violence ravaged our communities firsthand and understand that urgency is not the issue, and truly believe that we should work to have Congress.
Okay, maybe you have lost it. My distinguished Rotary leaders, I want to thank you once again for being part of this program. Once in a while like that, we'll be getting together. I think virtual meeting, I think, is even more productive Because we have so many people on board. If I made it in person, this attendance couldn't have been like this. So thank you for your attention. I want to wish you all the best.
Yeah,
so thank you and good night.
We had over 100 people.
Yes. So thank you and thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes.
Good night and God bless all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.